Hey guys, doing MrSneakyy here, and we're on Age of Empires Mobile, and I thought, as we're on the day of launch, why not give you 5 tips and tricks and technically mistakes to avoid when you're playing Age of Empires Mobile. So when you're playing this game, you're going to maximize your beginning stance, or early game, you're not wasting any of those important currencies you honestly need to progress in the game, right? So if you're new to this game, you've never played these type of games before, this will be your go-to guide. It's gonna be nice and easy, swiftly through. So I hope you enjoy it. Smash like, comment, and subscribe for more Age of Empires Mobile content. And with that, let's get on to the very first topic, which is progression. Progression. Because in this game, you're gonna have to obviously progress through the town center. The town center is your main building that when you're upgrading this building, it will require 2 different buildings, always the city walls, but then something else on the side. And these are the only 2 buildings, guys, you're gonna need to upgrade. And I need to stress that to you. If you're trying to push your actual town center, what you're doing every time you will level up this bad boy, you're gonna get obviously access to newer buildable buildings, but on top of that, the hero slots, and that's going to get added in a little bit later on. But the more hero slots you get all the way up to level 17, that's going to give you the ability to have 3 legions in your slots, right? And that's what you're going to be aiming for. So at least 17 is your bare minimal you want to push towards, right? When it comes to actual building towards that path, what we're going to do is just kind of showcase it. So here you can see I need to upgrade the embassy. And because this game is a very quick, free-to-play friendly way on the beginning buildings, anything under 5 minutes, you do not need to pay for. So you can hit the upgrade now, and you can keep doing so. And now we've got a 10-minute timer. So once this hits 5 minutes, I can press that button again and actually save some time. So that's a nice little tip and trick there. On top of this, let's go to your military now, because when it comes to military progression, you're gonna still kind of upgrade these buildings when you need to. So when you maybe get to like level 10, go for a big push, get all these to level 10. Maybe when you get to like level 12, 13, you can go and push these again, 12, 13. Everyone has their own preference. I'm not going to stress it onto you guys. But what's really cool about these buildings is the fact you can train and upgrade at the same time. So if I hit the upgrade button here, you can see I've got a 7-minute timer. Hit the alliance help. That's going to be later on. Hit the little train button, and guess what? We can keep going. We can train our troops while we are actually upgrading. So maximize on the double Qs when it comes to Age of Empires Mobile, because you're going to need that when you're progressing your buildings, your military tech, and then obviously now your research. So when it comes to research in your progression path, it's really easy, guys. It's the same as we've done before. So you can see here on this brand new account I've made for you guys to make this video, you can see you only need to do 1 out of 5, 1 out of 1, and you're already unlocking the tier 2 unit. So this is the tier 2 unit. If you hit the preview button, that's what we're going to unlock. And by doing so, we also gain these extra little stats here, which is really nice, some extra little perks. So we can hit the upgrade button. Just for this hypothetical, I'm going to speed it up so you can see, boom, unlocked. And once you get all of these guys unlocked, you can see through here, it's going to be the same thing. If we're completing, we only need to do hospital capacity to level 3. So here you only need to do 3 out of 5 before you go on to these ones. Then if you want to unlock your tier 3 unit, you only need to do, again, swordsman defense only to level 3, guys. So if you come back, 3 out of 5, all of these back 4, then you're unlocking your tier 3 units, and you keep moving on this path exactly how the game is set. Once you've kind of unlocked your stronger units, so your veteran cavalry, and moving on towards your senior swordsman and moving even further on to the champions, right? When you hit that stage of the game, that's most likely when you will go back and start just maxing out any of the, stats just to give your troops that big buff of power while you're waiting to get to the later stages, which will take a little bit more time as you progress in the trees. Now, when it comes to your other tree, you have two. This is your military tech and your economic tech. Your economic tech tree is actually really important. A lot of people actually do not tell you to do this, but from my past experience, I will still tell any free-to-play player and even players that are just going to spend a little bit in Age of Empires Mobile. When you come into your economic tree, you can actually get your research speed 1 and building speed 1. So at least get these two 5 out of 5. This is going to reduce your research speed. So you can see if this goes from 1%, it's going to max out to 5%, which is really nice for all of us guys. And you can go a bit further on and get building speed 2 and research speed 2. So this is really good because it's going to allow you to save all of your speed ups again for all of your progression through your tech trees, what I've just showcased, as well as your building progression when you're upgrading your town center. So that's the early game. That's the nice, easy way of progressing power and what you're kind of wanting to do when it comes to your city aspects of the game. So let's go to the next tip and trick and what you need to do when you start this game for the first time. So join an alliance. Yes, this should be obvious, and I know a lot of people are probably saying already, this is always the beginning guides that everyone puts out, but just wait. I promise you the next 3 tips are going to be massive for players, because I know a lot of people aren't recommending these tips, and it's helped me when I was doing the final trial version as well to actually learn what heroes to use, right? But your alliance is very important. You need to join an alliance, guys. I cannot stress this enough when it comes to Age of Empires Mobile. There's so much content all revolving around an alliance, as well it benefits you. When you're in an alliance, guys, you won't know this, but you are going to get technology trees. These tech trees are going to help your alliance and your alliance members that are inside, which is really good, right? You can get even active skills for your alliance to use on the open field. So it's really, really dynamic. And to be honest, I want to make a full video on the alliance section alone because it's that good when it comes into things. But what you really need to take advantage of is the fact that you get alliance helps, right? Anytime I am building something, as you can see here, I can request help. And at the moment, I'm only getting 7 helps, right? This is only because of my building. So if I jump out of here, you'll see I have this embassy. And if we go to upgrade the embassy, you can see the alliance assist chances increases, and that is the main go-to. So a lot of the time when you are upgrading at that town center in the earlier point, one of the main buildings a lot of people will tell you, and I'm going to recommend it here, upgrade your embassy afterwards. As soon as you complete your town center, say you go from level 5 to a level 6 town center, soon as you complete that, upgrade your embassy to a level 6 embassy, because each time you're doing so, you're getting closer and closer to getting extra alliance helps, and this honestly reduces the amount of time it takes by a massive amount, and it adds up for all the free-to-players and low spenders. So honestly, take advantage of your alliance helps, upgrade your embassy, and be in an alliance. To kind of put a little bit more sugar on the coating, why it's good to be an alliance. Anytime you do any sort of events, you're going to get some alliance gifts. This is obviously going to give you resources, speed ups, and all various different, stuff, as well as advance. This is, again, anyone spending in the alliance, you're going to get rewarded too, even if you're not spending, which is really nice. So everyone is getting a bit of something when you're working to the same goal. Same with the golden chest. This golden chest is completed by claiming so many chests. So you can see this game does honestly give you a ton of rewards when it comes to free-to-play aspects. But then when we come out, it's the events. Like I said, when you're in an alliance, you can see there is the supply bounty event and the Trojan turmoil. And honestly, you cannot forget these events, especially the supply bounty event, because completing this event is going to give you so many free rewards for your account by just doing so. And all you got to do, guys, is challenge these little segments, guys, once your alliance has built the correct building. So you can see why it's an important aspect of being an alliance, because an alliance can choose if you want to participate in this event or not by building the correct building to participate on the map, right? So being an alliance, can't stress it enough. Even if you're not going to be an alliance officer, being in an alliance and just playing with your members and just getting that community involved is honestly one of the best parts of playing these sort of games. So I will honestly tell you, get in one alliance, and then we'll move on. So let's move into the next topic, where I honestly think this is one of the biggest things you need to not waste on your account. So the hero reset event. Do not waste this. I'm telling you now, because this is going to give you so many attempts to reset heroes you've unlocked. So what this is good for is players, free-to-play players, anyone, right? You're going to be able to unlock heroes through the tavern here, right? So as you're playing through the tavern and you're just kind of spinning, you're unlocking heroes, trying to get something. So there we go, right? We just got a token for Ragnar, Harold, shall I say, on the top, right? Really, really nice. But what we're able to do then is, once you say you've played with Joan of Arc and Josephine, and maybe you find a better infantry hero that you want to use, or a better archer hero to replace Josephine, right? Maybe you find someone that just does a better job and you unlock more skills for them. What you're able to do is go into that hero reset, right? And the hero reset is going to allow you to, remove your early game formation that you ran in the first week or so, and then reset it and put it onto an actual more competitive match. The one thing though, when it comes to this, I will tell you, do not waste them. I'm trying to stress this, that's why I said it at the beginning and here. Do not waste these. You might want to wait until you've watched maybe a couple of guides on the best different formations and different hero lineups that you can use in the game, because you might have unlocked 2 of the 3 heroes, so you can run some sort of match like that on your account, right? So honestly, hero reset, take advantage of this. It's really good, honestly, but you're only going to get so many chances of using it, so do not waste them chances. Now, talking about heroes, we've gone through the hero reset. Let's actually give you some advice on the actual hero pool, because there is, as you'll know, a truck ton of heroes in this game. 52 already in the game, right? And we've got a bunch of epics, which is nice down at the bottom, but a load of them are different types of legendaries. And you'll see, even me, I've only made this account about an hour ago just to make this video for you guys on the test server, right? You can see 5 out of 10. I'm already unlocking heroes so quick. It's kind of crazy, right? So you're gonna get heroes. Don't worry about it, right? But what you're not worried about is your skill unlocks, because in this game, compared to other games, right, your heroes' skills are split up. So the very first skill here, the Will of Steel, this is your range cost. This is your active skill on the open field that you can use, right? It's really powerful. You can activate this at any point. Your second skill, the Victory Banner, this is when hit by a normal attack, there's a 20% chance to get counterattack, dealing might damage to the attacker, right? You can obviously go into here and check out more interesting parts of the kit, but you'll notice this is their signature skill. So this is basically the March's actual skill that they're going to be popping off on the rage meters per turn, right? But then you've got 2 skills here. You got the second skill here and then the third skill. These 2 are passive base skills. They're just on the march, right? So just to go through that, you got this active skill you can use on the open field at any given point. Just to kind of showcase that, we can zoom out of here and just summon our Joan of Arc, and you'll see when we go boom and then hit march, hit our Joan of Arc, deploy our Joan of Arc here, you'll see this little icon, and that is what we're talking about. You can activate this when you want to, right? So if you've got certain skills, certain commanders might disrupt enemies' signature skill activation. That gives you a reason why you don't want to just use it nearly, straight away. So that's a nice, good example of it, right? So going back to the hero street now, what we actually want to talk about is the skills. So these 2 back skills, you can notice compared to the other 2 skills, this will level up through your hero level. This one you'll need to level up with your skill points. Here you can also upgrade this with your skill points, but you can get more skills, and these more skills will cost you a currency. It's this very specific skill unlock currency. Do not waste it. I'm telling you now, do not waste it. In the early game, just hoard as many of these crystals as you can, because what you're going to need to do as you're playing through the game, maybe after your second zone, around your second to third zone, when you might want to start fighting, that's when you're going to start unlocking your skills, because you're going to look at what heroes you actually have. And then you're going to look at some guides, you're going to look at some tier lists, you're going to look at some formation recommendations, and then you're going to unlock the skills needed for that match, right? Because you do not have the luxury, guys, to unlock every single skill here in the passive tree for every single hero. I'm going to be honest with you, you don't. So it is going to be down to you what you want your match to do. Do you want it to recover the unit every 9 seconds? This makes it a little bit more tankier. And if so, this says when hit by a normal attack, there's a chance of a counter attack dealing bite damage to the attacker and recovers your units at the same time. So you can see you can double up on a recovery mechanic if you want to, but that is your build then. You do not want to then try and unlock more for this hero until you've worked on your other heroes in the game. Because like I said, there's 52 heroes in Age of Empires Mobile, guys, and you do not want to waste any of your skills unlocks on heroes that you might not have been using, right? So this is one of the biggest things I wanted to stress in this guide. One of the biggest mistakes I know a lot of players will make. So hopefully, if you've watched this section, you will not waste your skill unlocks. So now let's move on to the next part. So to finish off the video, we're going to showcase basically a load of tips and tricks for you guys on Age of Empires Mobile on what to do and what not to do with currencies and just things that's going to help you in the game. And I do want to shout out MrSneakyy because he has helped me, even myself, on not making these mistakes. And he's even given me a little hint and tip and trick for you guys to pay attention to, right? So in this game, you're going to unlock a ton of different currencies. I'm going to be honest. You're going to earn merit from fighting people, right? And these merits are going to be used to earn these different types of resources, which is nice for your account, right? But then you've got items, and items are going to be using this silver coins, empire coins currency, right? Don't waste them. That's all I'm going to tell you. Do not waste them. In here, you're going to notice there is a load of stuff that you might think you're going to want, but on your account, you'll realize later down the line, there's going to be better events, guys. Yes, better events. So there's going to be events in the game that allows you to recruit, you know, heroes in the game. Obviously, using this one as well. This is more of like a fighting one. But you're able to unlock different heroes in the game through, you know, summoning events, right? And those summoning events are going to be using those empire coins, right? As well as other events. So basically, these empire coins are so needed for you to spin and actually unlock the content in the game. It's one of the biggest things is seeing players hit this little arrow on Age of Empires Mobile, go into the store and wasting them in this area. Just don't waste these silver coins, right? Just make sure your empire coins here are just, you hold on to them, because you can see these are the premium currency in the game, and you're gonna have to spend a lot of money, right, in order to get these, right? So you don't need to be wasting your money. You don't want to be wasting your free-to-play currency that you've earned so hard for on willy-nilly stuff here. So don't be wasting it. Big shout out to MrSneakyy for that one, because he told me that when I started out on my final trial version, so it helped me out massively when it came to progressing. But then you've got other areas. I'm going to be honest, some good stuff in here, right? You got military exercise here, which you're going to earn as well. Alliance treasury, really easy to earn. Just be in an alliance, similar to point 2, right? You're going to be able to unlock elite tokens, guys. So that's what's really good about them. Elite tokens. Here you're going to get 25 times 200 skill points. So you're going to be able to unlock and level up your heroes. Same with the XP totems, right? So this is going to help you progress quite a lot. There is some shields if you need the shield here, and 2 teleportations, as well as some speed ups, and again, the resources on the top, right? But the Alliance Treasury does help you, so do take advantage of the Alliance Treasury. Island Tactics is good because this is the PvE mode, right? So in the game, and I will showcase this in a moment, you're gonna go through Island Tactics, and the more you push through your Island Tactics, you're gonna level up your little sailor mode level here, right? And you're going to be able to unlock, you can see, better and better and better and just better rewards for your account. So Island Tactics in the store is really needed, and all you got to do to get there, guys, hit the little button, hit the expeditions here, and you can see we've got Battlefield Survivor, Island Tactics, and then the military exercise. So you can see all 3 different areas where you can play in the game and how you're going to use their currencies to basically improve your account. Now, one big massive one that honestly helps everyone out is free stuff, right? So there is going to be a free skill, right? So you're going to unlock on these different more skills for a different hero on a 14-day log event, right? So if we basically make a brand new account on the new server, what's going to happen is you'll see for logging in for 14 days, you will have a free skill unlock. So don't waste it. Make sure you're logging in each day and getting all of those good rewards, because that is going to help you again not mess up when it comes to, you know, just your overall progression, right? So one last thing is VIP. So VIP is one big tip and trick in itself, and I know a lot of people are probably wondering, wait, what are you on about, right? Because you can't really see my VIP on here, right? Unfortunately, it's just like my old account, right? VIP is gonna be the system where when you spend in the game, you're gonna get some VIP points, right? And it's gonna help you progress your account up into like better resource techs and better bundles that you could buy for your account, right? But what I'm going to tell you is don't rush it. You don't need to rush it all the way. Even Mr. Greedy, big shout out to him again for telling me this. Don't go above VIP 8. At the moment, the VIP 8, there's nothing really good in the VIP store to buy apart from the blueprints for the gold equipment and the hammers for your signet rings. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about when I'm mentioning those things, if we go to your hero selection, there's this hero gear area, and you'll see there's 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, and 4 squares. That's your gear for your commander, but then in the center is your signet ring. So that's how you're going to unlock your signet ring, is through that VIP store, and that is kind of like your first early ones, right? You're going to get better signet rings in the blacksmith that you will build on your account later down the line, right? If we go down into here, there is the little smithy, right? So you will unlock more gear as well as more signet rings through the smithy. So don't stress. I just wanted to help you guys out. So that's pretty much the video. Everything, honestly, I think you're going to need just to get your tippy toes in Age of Empires Mobile and not mess up. And hopefully, when you watch this video, I might be live. So if you're wondering how to play Age of Empires Mobile, you can check out my live stream. I am planning on doing a load more content for Age of Empires Mobile, guys. This was just recorded, like I said, on the test server before the game has come out. So I wanted to give you guys some good understanding of what you're kind of looking at, what you kind of need to do when you boot up for the game for the very first time. So if you enjoyed the video, you've enjoyed the tips and tricks, and this has helped you out, and you know exactly what you need to do, you know what to do, smash a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next Age of Empires Mobile video. So until then, stay safe, stay sneaky, peace out.